This is Mr. Dark. So according to the box, this animatronic comes with a volume control and 6-volt adapter included, as well as an external speaker jack if you want to hook up an external speaker. And there's a bunch of additional components you can get, like a battery adapter, step pad, or a multi-prop remote. Let's give this a try. Mr. Dark was fairly easy to transport home. I like that they had these plastic handles built into the box for easy carrying. And first peek inside the box. There he is. You can see the adapter over here. Not sure what that is, some sort of endpoint that we have to put on. And Mr. Dark moves quickly and quite a ways. So seeing that there's a couple of danger or warning notices in here. Danger, keep clear of sudden movement of this part during assembly and disassembly. And over here, warning, pinch point, keep hands clear. So obviously there's a couple of things to watch out for because he moves so quickly. Don't want to get hurt or put your fingers in the wrong place. Let's get him out of the box. So there he is, just out of the box, Mr. Dark. Looking creepy, I love those fangs. There's a metal base with a pop-up arm. The control box and lever arm. It's like they've got it protected. It says remove this tag after assembly is complete. So I guess they want to keep it protected until everything's together. And there's a couple of powerful looking springs over there, which will help launch Mr. Dark when he's activated. Time for assembly. I've snapped the base pieces together. They make it pretty easy for you. They've got the two sections, each labeled with the tabs lettered AA on that side, BB on that side, and they just snap together. Next up, we have to plug the lever arm into the metal base. Just like that. And then Mr. Dark's body goes on top of the lever arm. Once Mr. Dark's on board, we can connect the pop-up arm to the lever arm. Okay, time to spring load Mr. Dark. Whoa! And now that all the mechanics are together, we can pull the fabric release. This is the only part of the process that I actually had problems with. For some reason, it seemed like the fabric piece was sewn together and didn't release properly. So I ended up having to cut some of the Velcro to release it, and then it worked like a charm. Now we need to connect a couple sets of wires together to get the control box hooked in. And we'll uncover the control box and take a look. So here's the unwrapped control box. You can see that there's a power adapter right there. Here's your volume control. You can decide whether or not you want the foot pad on or off, and there's the foot pad connector up here. And if you want to connect an external speaker, you can insert that there as well. I also decided to get a step pad so I could control when the animatronic was triggered. Let's attach the power adapter, and we can give it a try. So Mr. Dark is the first Spirit Halloween animatronic that I've purchased, and overall the setup was fairly straightforward except for one little hang-up with the fabric release. And I was excited when I saw him in store because he's one of the more impressive figures this year in my opinion. When he launches, he stands at almost 9 feet tall. Now unfortunately, as I discovered, that also means that he's not quite as practical as some of the other animatronics. Mr. Dark isn't fully weather rated, so that means that when you use him, he either has to be indoors or in a partially covered space. And the downside of that is that space also has to have 9 feet of clearance in order to accommodate Mr. Dark's height. The mechanical pieces, the metal base and the lever arms seem to be pretty sturdy, but the construction materials on the body itself are pretty flimsy. This plastic on his hands, fairly lightweight. I don't know if that'll stand the test of time and through storage. And also the material, I don't know if you can see that, but the material itself is really thin, and I kind of wonder if that's going to tear over time. The good news is because the mechanics themselves are sound, if I really wanted to, I could look at retrofitting this and maybe putting another body on this at some point in the future. So I hope you enjoyed unboxing Mr. Dark with us, and I hope you're having a great Halloween season. Remember to keep exploring, and until next time, it's time to exit through the gift shop.